Hey, I'm back this evening to work on my pig a little bit more. If you joined me this morning, or well, a couple of days ago, I put this green and blue and sort of a teal and green, sap green, teal, and maybe it was yellow ochre background to be sort of a fall background. And this morning I used unbleached titanium over a little bit of pink, got in there, magenta, to try to give a little bit of texture. See if I can hold him up for you to see. To give him a little bit of texture, and along with some texture paste. And now I'm going to just try to make him look kind of funky and give him a little bit of color and a little bit of a little bit of color and a little bit of personality. And I'm going to use a palette knife a little bit, my fingers a little bit, and probably brushes a little bit, because that's what I'm used to using. And still with the same palette that I've had out all week. Just put some fall colors in my wet palette. And now we're just gonna try to decide what to do here. I know that probably the flowers need to be in more of orange colors, so I'm gonna do those with my fingers. I'm gonna wet my finger, and let's see if maybe if I just get some color in there to begin with. Ooh, that's thin. If I get some color in there to begin with, if that'll give it a little bit of knowing where to go from there. Figured I would give him her, I don't know why I keep wanting to call him, a little bit of flowers in her hair, a little bit of flowers out here, and just go with that simple swishy rose technique. But this is also a good color to use for shading. So let's see, we would want probably a little bit of a darker area here in the nose. Getting so much on my fingers. Here around the nostrils a little bit, maybe the outer edges of the nose. This may be redder than I need it to be, but that's okay. Just get a little bit of color in there. Where else might there be a little bit of shading? Here under her chin. Maybe a little area toward the here and here. Just get a little color on there. Maybe go a little bit darker around the eyes a little bit. Ooh, she's looking kind of sad. That's okay. See, we would be a little darker there. A little darker here and here. I'm trying to think of where the shadowing would be. Go with the really dark brown. Let's get those nostrils in there. Probably be a little darker around her eyes. Fill this in some more later. Sorry, I'm not talking as much. I'm really just contemplating the relaxation aspect of the painting here a little bit. Just kind of enjoying that. so thin. Go a little bit lighter through here. These are definitely fall colored roses. Trying to be a little bit quiet. My husband's already gone to bed. He gets up early in the mornings. Earlier than me. Well, some days, a lot of mornings I go down and wake up before he does. Times they are a-changin'. Looks like she may be a very abstract pig here shortly. Okay, I'm going to have to go pretty bright with the yellow now to make these flowers be different than her body, or they're all going to sort of look alike. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Catherine. You got to show me some of yours sometime. Probably, this is just gesso, but I'm still going to put a little bit in there to kind of really lighten up those outer edges. Ooh, my fingers are nasty now. I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep using my fingers. Almost like using my fingers more than using the palette knife. I got to get a grip on that. I'm trying to stay going in the same direction here so that you get a general idea that this is her body going around this way. I want to stay dark here around that chin. Okay, let's see. Let's put a little bit of white up here around these ears. We had a pig one time. Oh, I can't remember what her name is right this minute. Hey, Carol. She loved biscuits. And every time she would like go missing out of her pen, Eric could go outside with a biscuit. And she was huge, like 350 pounds. And she would go trotting up there where he was at looking for a biscuit. I think that was her name, Biscuit, as a matter of fact. Put a little more of this bright yellow in. I might have taken out a little bit too much of that. Okay. I thought I was grabbing a little bit of the natural skin color there, but looks like I was grabbing pink, so she's just gonna be more pink. That magenta got all up in everything. That's okay, as long as you're staying with lighter colors in areas that are supposed to be highlighted and darker colors in areas that are supposed to be shadowed. It really doesn't matter what the colors are. So I think she's going to be a happy little piggy no matter what. We shall see. Colors are smearing a little bit up in there now because I'm putting it on so thick using my finger. We do have to remember that we want the nose to appear to stick out a little bit, so I got to come back in there with some white. I am making a mess. Oh, Carol, if she does, tell her to put a picture of it on here for me. I love to see what other people are doing. It's very inspirational, and I'm glad you think she'll love the pig, because right now my pig ain't, my pig might have just lost what little bit of okayness she had going for her there. But if you're not having a good time, then life will get in the way. I like to enjoy what I'm doing here. I'm going to try to go in with a little bit more white once again to get this to appear to be sticking out a little bit. Brooke will have to come on here and paint with me. We can split the screen sometime. Do two versions of a pig at the same time. That would be fun. Okay, let's see. Get just a little bit darker there around where her nostrils would be. And I can't get a grip. I can't get a grip with this thing. Just kind of being quiet and going with the flow tonight. Spending a little time doing it for me. I hear my husband snoring now. Just let me know, Carol. Let me know when she wants to do it. If we can pick a day and then we can pick, you know, an evening or something like that. That would be a lot of fun. Where are y'all at, Carol? Okay, loves sunflowers. Yep, that was the first thing I ever painted for K2 was a sunflower. I wish she would get the confidence in herself to paint one too. She did the mixed media girl recently with me, and she really did a great job. I was very proud of her. Now she's got her mind on Ava being home and playing with her grandbabies and fixing to leave to go see Chad and the twins. So she's got her mind elsewhere besides painting right now, I think. That's kind of a sad looking site. Georgia. I knew you were in the South. I just couldn't remember if it was Georgia or Alabama. Not too far then. I have family in Tifton, Georgia, over in Tift County. I have a cousin and aunt there. My cousin's daughter lives there. My mama's brother lived there. Try to see if I can get some stems on my flowers. I'll let his face dry a little bit before I make this come through there. But that's where it's fixing to go. Yep, it's smearing and I don't want to get out the blow dryer. I'm going to just have to let that dry a minute. Let's see, what can we do? Put a couple of leaves. Put a couple of leaves up here. So you can tell that's a flower crown she's got. You should paint with us too, not just Brooke. You should paint with us too, Carol. I don't know how I'm going to do these leaves without having them get in her eyes. Oh, I love mixed media. That's my very, very favorite. Oh yeah, but I just started whenever we went to Destin a few weeks ago, me and my kids and the grandkids, and started saving sand like in the jar to where we can every year just sort of add some to it. I should have got some shells. I really didn't see any shells. But oh yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I'm going to go get one and show you real quick. Hold on. Something like this would look really, really cute done with shells too. This is one I'm working on. This is my granddaughter Jesselyn, and I did it I have the profile pictures of all the kids in black and white, and this is called Finnebear is the style that this is, and it's all different colors of lace and ribbons and flowers and buttons and all kinds of things, so shells would look perfect on there too, and then to just go with a beach scene, that would be gorgeous. Oh yeah, the paintings with scriptures are very nice. You'll have to have her bring some next time. We have a little artisan market in my store, and where people can sell their stuff. And if she wants to sell any of it, bring it in and just hang it on the wall. She can like do it with, and just, you know, where we'll earn commission, and she'll get, you know, the money if when one of them sells or whatever. So that's always a lot of fun if she has some extras and she's interested in selling, because the scripture stuff does really, really well. And right now I'm the only painter. You know, I'm the only painter doing any, we've got people doing signs and people doing, you know, stuff with their Cricut and silhouette and stuff like that. But I'm the only one doing any kind of paintings. Her eyes look so terrible. What in the world can I do with their eyes? Maybe I just need to put some teal in there. Why not? I think she needs some eyelashes and maybe some lips. This is about the darkest color I have left now. That paint's still ooh, I dripped some very, very wet. Guess that'll just be a beauty mark. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just trying to have a good time. I think that's good enough. Now everything's okay but the eyeballs. Really should do something about the eyeballs. Let's see if I can get some more white on top of that. I guess I could make her eyelashes white. That's such a thick brush. Here's a thin one. I've got red, and I hate red, but red might go okay on there since it's for the fall. I've got the magenta, and there's not a whole lot of that on there. I could do the magenta. I've got two different greens. I've got a bright yellow. We could do bright yellow. Why not bright yellow? Let's see if we can line her eyes with the yellow. Because why not? My husband does not understand at all the aspects of anything. He thinks a pig should look like a pig. Try to mix a little of this green in with this yellow and make it a more of a yellow green to give her some yellow green eyelashes. Ooh, I hear our chickens going crazy out there right now. I sure hope it's not a fox, because I am about tired of coons and foxes wreaking havoc on our pets, mostly. They're a bunch of freeloaders. They ain't even been laying any eggs lately. We feed them and they laugh at us. That's what goes on around here. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't go so good. 5, 6. Let's make this one a bit better. I'm going to try to circle around her eye, the white part with this, because that's kind of sad looking. I think that's what she's going to look like. That is a pretty sad sack. I'm not real fond of the eyes there. I'm going to put some of that magenta on top of that. It's thin as water. Oh my goodness. This may not be a good idea. But oh well. It's not showing anyways, but I'm going to do it on both sides. No place to put this finger. Oh, it showed a lot more on that top than it did on the other side. Okay, fixing to put my name on it. We've had about 8, oh, I don't even want to know about the snakes. We've had, did you see the picture in Kay's bathroom? There was a snake in her bathroom yesterday. Oh my God, I would have a heart attack. Knock on wood. Now I'm going to be all paranoid. Knock on wood, we haven't had as many snakes as usual this year, but we have had the fox den around the corner has been very prolific this year in the number of baby foxes that have been born, and the coons just massacred our chickens. I see all these cute videos on the internet with people with coons. Look at this cute coon coming out of this big dog house, and I'm like, are you kidding? They bite the heads off of chickens. They're murderous scavengers. It's the same thing with foxes. They're not cute. They're murderers. They are murderers of people that I love. Not people, but chickens. I love them. And it's horrific the way that they can take out, you know. I went out there one day and they had murdered 7 right in their spots and just killed them. Didn't even take their bodies, just killed them to be murderers. It's just more than I can comprehend. And I know the good Lord likes to keep populations down, and every predator has a reason to be alive, and there's a bigger one than that, and this and that, but I don't like the ones that kill my chickens. Oh, baby snake in the house. Oh, I'm just going to be knocking all over this table. I'm just not into that, and hope I don't get into that later. Well, here's my Miss Piggy. I don't know her name. Boy, them eyes are kind of weird. I'm going to have to go put a dark dot in there. That's too creepy. That's just too creepy looking once I see it up through the camera. I don't have any kind of... Let's see if I have some black. Here's some dark brown. I'll use dark brown. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. We've had flies around here lately, and I was walking in. It's rained and had bad storms the last few days, just about every day. And there was a thing about this long. It looked like a wasp, black body with yellow stripes over it, wings about probably close to 2 inches long. The whole bug itself was like 3 inches long, and it was freaky. It was dead, thank goodness, in the pool. But it was scary looking. yeah, that's part of, you know, I would rather live in the country any day of the week. And I love animals. I've loved animals. They called me Ellie Mae when I was a little girl. Everybody I knew, if they found rabbits or coons in their yard, or deer or anything, squirrels, they would bring them to me. And my mom would let me have them in the house. I had squirrels in the house and rabbits in the house. Had rabbits that were litter trained. But that, you know, my whole life I've had the animals, and I've loved them, and it's an important part of my life, having the animals around. But that's, you know, part, I guess, with the good comes the bad. Same thing as people. I would love to live on the coast and by the beach and all that, but then you got to worry about hurricanes and things like that being a whole lot more devastating. So there always has to be an equaling out of the good and the bad. So the animals bring me a tremendous amount of pleasure. So I guess now and then me having to put up with a predator, and them too. I mean, we do everything we can to make sure that they're safe, because, you know, I feel responsible for the animals being here. I don't know what I'm going to do there. How am I going to get that? I'm going to take a big blob on the end of my brush and try it this way. It still didn't work. I have such a huge blob of teal on there. I should just wait till morning, and I have no patience. Oh my goodness. No patience whatsoever. Oh, I'm tea staining, or tea and coffee, because I didn't think tea would do good enough. I'm just gonna have to swirl it now. Some cushions downstairs, so I need to go check on those too. Why don't I leave well enough alone? We're gonna leave it like that and put some white red paint in the center of it again. As if that made it look more realistic. We love our girls too. We had a coon try to pull one of our oh yeah, it's devastating what a coon will do, and they definitely will try to pull them through the chicken wire. Okay, so there she is. Maybe I'll name her Brookie. How about that? We'll name her after Brooke. This is Brookie. Alright, well, I enjoyed it. I'm going to go downstairs and check on the tea staining of my, I ordered these beautiful, beautiful 18-inch cushions for a project that I'm working on, and they're so bright and brilliant, which is exactly what I wanted them to be. But once everything else started getting together that I was working on for that project, it was all in muted and more jewel tones, so hopefully I'm not ruining my beautiful cushions in a hot pot full of tea and coffee downstairs. So I'm going to check on that. I'm glad she likes it. And thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.